just had like a little $1,800, like it was a chimney cap. It was the last thing for the deal, and it was totally separate. Everything was separate, but it took them a month to pay. And so we're like, that's just like an example of something that slipped through the crack that they were ready to pay. We had already billed them. We had already sent them reminders, but getting the money, those little things add up over the year. And
Yep.
and we all know the statistics. The longer that invoice sits out, the less likely it's getting paid.
You got it.
So whether or not they're able to pay or not, they're just like, I don't know, just not going to do it. I'll just put it off again another time. So yeah, I like that a lot. That's really, really nice. Something for us to consider. I remember seeing it at the process conference and thinking that we needed to have a conversation because we don't have a huge problem. However, I'm all about keeping consistent cash flow and making sure we're maintaining our profitability. A 5% charge for instant is actually in some instances, if you're really good at supplementing, which we don't do crazy supplements, but if we have the margin in there, it would make sense for us to do that on certain, like this job is a perfect example. We had the margin, we're exceeding our like standards by far, and so paying that fee to have the money as opposed to waiting, because we've got all kinds of people to pay. We've got bills to pay too, so we need to pay for that job, and we want to pay as soon as possible. Like I really want to pay our crews as fast as possible. Obviously our suppliers, we don't want to have late fees. All those things really matter. The 5% actually saves you. It can save you lots of headaches. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And money over the long run. Every
yep,
30 days you go out costs you more money. And if you're paying the supplier, you got to pay them within 30 days. If you pay them within 10, some of them will give you better pricing. You're
yep,
also paying that crew out of the check instead of out of your pocket. And that
yep.
salesman who's got problems that he needs to get paid
That's
and
right.
he's on you like, hey, I just need something. Well, if you've already paid him, he's not on you because you already took care of him, right? So it can make a huge difference. The vast majority of these companies in our market end up going out of business in their first couple of years, and the reason for most of them is cash flow.
Yep, absolutely. And then you don't realize that the time element of the cash flow is everything. It's keeping the sale. Like I always say this, you keep your promises. Profit helps you keep your promises to your salespeople,
Amen.
to your crews, to your suppliers, to your homeowners. If you don't have the profit, you can't keep your promises. Well, the only way to get the profit is have the cash, and you can't wait 45 days to get. Doesn't help you. The profit has been spent somewhere else over that past 30 to 45 days. So it's a
Well,
really,
and if you
really
got profit, you can exceed expectations.